Good morning, everybody. We're getting all caught up in AI in the green room, freaking out about it. Because you should. It's crazy. Put in the chat if you heard about the Grok 4 release. If you've looked into that at all, put that in the chat. If you've looked into the Grok 4 release, Elon Musk's AI, and the news that's come out about that, it's just insane, my friends. Absolutely insane. Good morning, everybody. Hey, also drop in the chat where you're from. You know, what's going on? How's it going where you're at? What's the weather? What you doing this weekend? Whatever you want to say. You know, just to greet us this morning. I want to say hello to you as well. Oh, man, I can't wait to get started today. AI voice, Chris. AI voice. That is going to be a cool thing to talk about. I'm a huge fan. It's what we were talking about in the green room, quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm into it big time. I've got it launched. I've got it deployed in my my CRM, of course, right? And, Liz, she's answering the phones for me.
How'd you pick the name?
I don't know. There was no real rhyme or reason to it, So no, she's answering the calls. She's ready to set an appointment or just transfer them over to me live, whatever. But it's just nice knowing that if someone calls that number that I have out there, advertised, if somebody calls it, it's getting picked up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They can talk to somebody.
Yep.
And I have noticed too, listening to some of the recordings, that people they know what it is, but they're cool with it. It's like they get it, and it's all right. They're ready to, set an appointment or have somebody call me or transfer me or whatever. So, it's pretty cool, man. It's really, really cool. I dig it, man. So
it is the future. Let's go.
It is. Yeah. The future is today, my friends. The future is today. So nobody heard about Grok 4 yet in the chat? Okay. My daughter works for Grok. No.
What?
Wow. Oh, Kevin. Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you mean she works for Grok?
She is I can't tell you her exact title, but she's in a team, and what they do is they're checking all these things they're working on. As you said, the stuff they're working on is amazing. And then they go back and check the answers to what AI said. Is it correct? What adjustments need to be made? So, and they work them to death, man.
I bet.
Day and night. It's crazy. Yeah. Elon doesn't.
Yeah, that's Musk crazy. Is no slouch when it comes to expectations, huh?
Listen to this. For reviews, we think, are we being too tough on our people? They get reviewed every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, it's amazing. They're under pressure.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah. How'd you do compared to your peers, and then they talk through it. What do I need to do better?
Well, no wonder they can accomplish so much so fast.
Yeah.
There was a video I was watching today, and I guess Musk went from no AI to now the best AI in under 2 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In under 2 years.
And how fast it's going right now, Frank, is just unbelievable. So they did the Grok 4 heavy release this week. And Kevin, that is so cool. I would love to have a conversation. But anyways,
okay, we can talk about,
But they were going through, so Elon's talking about the human cognitive testing, like your SAT scores and all of that. And he says Grok 4 heavy gets it perfect every time, even if it's never seen the question before.
Yeah, but I had that. I was talking, for my college entrance. I told the guy, he said, well, on your SAT, what? I said, 1,600. You look, he's like, Kevin, you can't add the 3 scores the times you took together.
All right.
I wasn't sure there. It all made sense. It all made sense there for a second, Kevin.
Still makes sense.
Wow. Anyway, geez Louise. Yeah, this whole AI thing. I'm so glad we have these calls on Friday. And I'm so glad we have at least some sort of a mechanism through the loan officer CRM to deploy AI into the business. It's really really wonderful. But yeah, goodness, the gosh darn AI thing is just running wild. And if you guys aren't aware, we were talking about it in the green room. Musk is saying that he thinks his AI is going to be developing new technologies before the end of the year and discovering new physics by next year.
Yeah.
Think about that. That is something else. New technologies. You know why he's doing this? Just so he can get his rockets to Mars faster. You know what I mean? Like, help me figure this out. Or how to reuse the rockets easier, or whatever the case may be, right?
And yeah, humanoid robots powered by AI on spaceships going to Mars to build stuff. That's
exactly
crazy.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right. Well, before we break out the smokes, let's get into the day a little bit here. We're shooting the breeze about AI for the first 5 minutes, but let's see. I would still love to hear from someone about a win or something like that. Anybody got any kind of a win or anything? How about this? A challenge. How about a challenge? Anybody got a challenge you want to talk about?
Ooh, a challenge.
A challenge. What's the challenge right now? Come on. Where's it at? Come on. I can already tell you, though, the answer is going to be toughen up, get going. No, that's not true. That's not true. Just, yeah, any challenges, anything going on? We'll pick on people and sit in awkward silence. I don't care. Challenge or win. Somebody come up, break this awkward moment here, and let's get going. Anybody before I pick somebody?
Oh, Frank.
Man,
who put those beans in your coffee this morning? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm gonna go back on the screen because I really never go back that far to see who all's in here. And there's
we should call on William McCauley. He looks like he wants to talk this morning. He's sitting there with his headset on. They need to pull him.
All right. Well, we got Greg with his hand up. Greg, tell us anything. What's happening?
Just a feeling in general. No.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted you to pick on William, I will.
He's next. He's not getting away.
I will jump out. I'm actually going on a vacation today to see my college roommates in Philadelphia, which we'll leave the place alone, but very excited for the trip. And I was able to do that while getting actually 4 contracts in the past 3 days.
Wow.
And
yes,
it is all from taking that time to build relationships with an agent who's now introduced me to his whole team.
Wow.
And it took me 2 years to start building that relationship. And it was just following. As much as I still find it difficult sometimes, I had to call this guy 9 times to set the first meeting. So
wow.
Nice. Yes.
So it's 9 times to get the first meeting, and then there's the subsequent follow-up process.
Actually, that's probably more important. It's like, this guy sort of tried to pawn me off on young people on this team, and it would introduce me to other members and say, hey, I think you're a good fit together. And this went on for a year. And, but he never said no to my call. I said, is it okay if I follow up with you from time to time? And just with that regular call, you start to build rapport. Like, it almost, for me, becomes a joke. Like, I'm going to call you. And
right.
And it sort of just breaks down those barriers to the point where we became friends first. I feel like I'm dating, which we are, but friends first. And next thing you know, we're in a relationship together.
So tell me about these this is a lot of conversations that took place, obviously, between the meeting and now getting business. But like, what do those conversations look like? Were you just shooting the breeze a little bit every time you gave him a call and he answered? Just what's going on? How you doing? Kind of a thing.
I used to be really nervous about having something of value. And
right.
I have to credit someone in my career who said, me calling somebody, right, especially if we know each other at all, that is of value in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I have started to look at it more as a transfer of energy, right? If I'm bringing that positivity, I'm excited, which I generally am, or it's what I'm known for. I would always try to have like one topic, but if I had nothing to say, I would say, hey, here's what I'm experiencing right now. What's going on with you? Right?
Okay.
Like today I had this client and they were under contract and they even said the inspection was good and then they walked away 3 days before closing. What are you seeing in your market? Right? Just one experience that I had that I would then ask that agent about. And it's something I use a lot. I've been trying to be less afraid that I don't have the exact right script. It seems to be more about, script is a planned conversation. So as long as I have some plan, it's okay to stray as long as I make the calls.
That's right.
Man, that was good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. I mean, that was really, really good.
My man. And congratulations.
I like the angle too, man. Just, calling and just saying, hey man, what's going on? Gosh, this would happen to me. I'm just curious about what you think about it or what's going on with you, and just talking about the kind of the, being in the weeds of the business a little bit together, just kind of, for lack of a better word, commiserating with each other, or, celebrating with each other, or whatever the case may be. Right. To have that kind of a conversation, now that I think about it, I've had those conversations many times, and they're always good conversations, because you're getting to know each other real well, and we're talking about the business. Wow, that was really good, Greg. Man.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say is all we're looking for are people that we vibe with. Like, I'm looking to work with people I like. Once I change my outlook from, clarity comes through action. That's what I'll say. So thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. That was a good one. That was
my man. Way to go, Greg.
Like it. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Well, I think we will spare. Was it Michael? Is that who you wanted me to pick on, Jen? Who did you want me to pick on?
William. Don't spare William.
I'm not going to spare William. William, who is it? William who?
I think it was William. Let me see. Where'd it go? William McCauley. Yep.
Oh, McCauley. I saw William pop up on my first screen. Yeah, and I did take note of him. How about it, William? You going to say hi to us this morning? Just real quick. We got to get moving.
You guys doing? That's cool. I guess the thing that I've been most challenged with here in my area has been trying to crack these teams. So you have a lot of realtors that have teams that they're working with, and with that team they have a mortgage lender. So they're real, focused on using that lender. So that's been a tough cookie to crack.
Good one. That's a great one. And I tell you what we're going to do, because we got to get moving on with Chris. But in the chat, Kraken Teams advice for William. Kraken Teams advice for William, for all of us. So if you guys could start because I guarantee you, William, on this call, there's people that have done it, right? Greg just brought it up. I mean, it was Greg. That's what you had, a team situation. It's exactly what you had, but you kept calling the team lead over and over again and checking in. Wasn't that the case, Greg? Basically, am I right? Yeah. So, but there might be other advice. So yeah, cracking the team. That's a good one. You know what? William, I'm going to make that Monday show.
There you go.
That's a great idea.
Be here on Monday. Monday's show is going to be how to crack the team. And we're going to get the big hitters up here. You know what I mean? The big superstars to tell us how to crack the team, baby. That's a good one. Awesome. I like it. William, look at that. William, do you have a t-shirt? Do you have a t-shirt?
I do.
Yes, you do. Congratulations, my friend. You have a t-shirt. I don't know who's going to get it to you. Gen Z will do her best. Somehow it'll show up, and if it doesn't, just let us know. We'll get it to you. But congratulations, man. Be here Monday. You're not gonna miss it, right?
Absolutely be here.
All right. Bring your friends.
You guys have a great weekend.
Don't tell your enemies, huh?
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too, buddy. Chris Johnstone, what do we got today? I'm gonna give you this one. I'm gonna bring up Chris Johnstone with the really fast walk up, cheering AI voice. Chris, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. The future is here. Owen Lee was on yesterday, and it was so good. And he dropped that stat. What was it here? 79% of people get their loan with the first lender they talk to. And I would love to see in the chat, how many of you are making your calls? Who's making the calls? We saw from Greg. Greg's making the calls, getting the results. What was that? Three in this week? As a result of making the calls? Four. Pardon me. But if you make the calls, you're going to get responses. right? We've got a concierge department where we make calls. We make calls to loan officers' databases. We call qualified agents. We make those calls. Of the conversations that we have, almost half of them are return calls. So we make the outbound, right? So we're using the power dialer inside the CRM, make the outbound call. They don't pick up, drop the ringless voicemail, automatic text message goes out, email goes out, depending, the text message depends on who we're calling, right? But email goes out, follow-up happens, those people reach back out. If people like email, they email back. If they like text, they're going to text back. But when you're calling qualified agents and the majority of people want to talk to somebody, right? The problem is if you're making your call times and you're in that 2-hour call stars window, you're focused on outbound, you're running the power dialer, you're putting in all this effort and activity to make the phone ring. The phone rings and you send them a voicemail because you're making your calls. Or you're spending time with your family, or you're processing a loan, or like how many of you have a call that goes to voicemail regularly, like almost every single day? Let me know in the chat if you have calls that go to your voicemail. Fred, calls work. I love it. And so, Frank, the whole reason that we're having the conversation today about making sure that nobody ever goes to voicemail is there was a question in the Facebook group. And if you're not going to the Facebook group every day, the Loan Officer Breakfast Club Facebook group, definitely get in there because the conversations in there are fantastic. But they said, like, what call answer service do you recommend? And the answer for me is AI, because it's always on. It's 24/7. It always uses the right script. You can update it in an instant and have AI actually pick up the phone. So all inbound, I believe, should go to an AI agent. So it rings your phone first. If you don't pick up the phone, AI picks up the phone and has that conversation. So nobody ever goes to voicemail, because in the mind of the top producer or the consumer or the new lead that comes in, or the person who's checking into the open house, or insert in opportunity that you have, when they have that conversation with that AI agent, it counts as a conversation. And 79% of people close a loan with the first lender that they talk to. So the whole conversation here, how to get AI to pick up your phone. Everybody with me so far?
Yep.
All right, cool. So before we get into the actual nitty gritty, Frank, and you and I had a funny conversation about this yesterday, because you were like, dude, I'm using it, but my voice is a little bit slow. And we just like tuned up the voice a little bit, got it a little bit faster. Did you put a different voice on it?
I did.
Yeah. And did it change kind of like the tonality of it in the conversation?
It did. And then plus I also put in there in the prompt and told it to be more this way. Right. You know, I said, be more like this. We got to mute that person wherever they are.
Isn't that crazy how that works though? Like you can just tell it what you want and it does it. Like just wild. Okay. So think about all of the different ways that you can have AI pick up your phone, because the AI actually has conversations and books appointments for you. So it picks up the phone, and we'll do a little demo here. I'll give you a phone number that everybody can call, and you can try this out and try the experience out for yourself. But just a quick little list that I put together here, Frank. So product specific questions. So you're doing Lulu Capital, right? So imagine having a hotline where it's like, hey, are you a fix and flip investor and have questions about a deal? Call this phone number and ask my AI questions about your fix and flip deals. And you can do it at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. And this thing's going to pick up the phone and answer your questions. And all you got to do is take your guidelines, take your products, load it into the AI, and it can answer all the same questions, arguably off the fly, faster and potentially more accurately than we could when somebody calls us. So you've got a product specific hotline. Do you remember when the sign riders came out and it was like, call this recorded line to get a virtual walkthrough of this property?
Yep.
Imagine being able to go to your real estate teams and you want to crack a real estate team and you want to get in and have a broker owner that's super excited about getting you into the office. What if there was an AI agent for every listing that they had, where people could call off the sign writer, talked to an AI agent and it had all of the details on that specific property, but everybody that called the line got asked to book an appointment. And then after the appointment was booked, they were asked for a referral. And all of it's recorded, all of it's documented inside the CRM, and you're notified in real time as the conversation is happening. AI voice can do that. And you literally like take the listing data, punch it into the CRM, and like, you're an expert listing agent on this listing. And it has all the information. It just takes it off the thing. It takes 2 minutes to set up an AI voice that can generate leads from all the listings that you've got with your listing agents. And now you've got something that nobody else has to approach the broker owner with. So number 2, what about refi scenarios? Frank, Monday and Tuesday, we started talking about refi scenarios. It's like, why not call this number and ask questions to see if a refinance makes sense in today's marketplace? Call back. And then you've just got like your general bot. So understand that these AI agents are so unbelievably smart right now because they have access to all of the latest data and large language models that are released. And as soon as there's a new large language model released, it has that information in it, but you can customize it to what you want the agent to talk about or know about or understand. So yes, general agents that will just pick up your phone, super valuable, but you can use these AI voices to make your mortgage business 100% unique from anybody else out there in the marketplace. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So Brandy asked a really good question in the chat here. How do you train your bot to handle pre-approval leads different than your qualified agent return calls? Brandy, that's a brilliant question. And the answer is actually pretty simple. You just register a different phone number for each of those phone calls. So automatically the AI agent knows who it's talking to, or in the prompt, you can get it to ask qualifying questions. Hey, this is Chris's AI agent, Bob. Thanks for calling. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? And they'll give you their name. That name goes into the CRM. And it's like, are you a qualified agent? Or yeah, I wouldn't say qualified.
Are you
like,
are you a decent agent or sucky one? No.
How many deals do you do in the last 30 days?
Right. Just curious.
Just curious. Asking for a friend. So that AI agent, you can tell it, find out whether or not you're talking to a real estate agent or a customer or a new lead that's calling in. And here's how you handle each of those conversations. And you write it out once, and the AI agent just has the information to it. So you just put it in the prompt, and it's smart enough to figure it out. So, Frank, what I'll do is I'll just show it, because sometimes that's a whole lot better than just chatting about it, right? So I don't know if you saw this. I ended up in the emergency room on Wednesday night. Did you see that?
Yeah, we did.
Man, doctor freaked me out. But we will not have the conversation about how AI is going to transform the healthcare industry. But that's coming. And I'm ready for some AI bedside manner after the experience that I had on Wednesday. All right. So, anyways, I fell off my bike. For anybody that's wondering, trying to chase my son. Kid's wild.
Yeah, it was cool to see the big patch of grass in your helmet and the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. that was legit. Okay. So anyways, what we're looking at here inside the loan officer CRM is the actual voice AI. And you can see here, it tracks how many calls you've got, how many actions have been triggered. These are appointments that are set or live call transfers that get transferred. So everybody that calls this phone number, everything's tracked. You see the inbound phone number that gets logged as a new contact. And then as it captures information from people in the conversation, like, hey, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to? They say their name. That information is automatically taken from the conversation and put into the CRM. So you get a summary of the call that tells you what happened on the call. And then you get an actual transcription. So you can view the transcript and actually see this is what the person said and this is what the AI said. So you can see the whole conversation. And then down here, you've actually got the call recording. So when the AI agent is booking appointments for you, before that appointment, you can go in, click the call recording on the contact record, and listen to the call that the person had with the AI. So you know whether or not they're interested in a refinance or a purchase or whatever it is that they called about, or whether it's a qualified agent. So in here, we have these voice AI agents. So we've got a menu on the left-hand side, and we have agents for voice, text, email, any type of communication that the CRM has. The AI agent can write or respond or have the voice conversations for all of those. So you set it up, you give it a name, and then right down here where it says agent's initial message, this is how it greets people on the phone. So you just type in what you want the agent to say. So this one says, hello, thank you for calling. My name's Sarah, your AI mortgage assistant. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? And the reason why we lead with that question is because they give us their name and we start them down a conversation journey where we capture their information so that the CRM can automatically follow up with them after the conversation, because then it's going to ask them for their email address. It's already got the phone number because they've called in on the phone number. And then intelligently through the conversation, it knows what workflow to put them in order to follow up with them properly. So think about this, Frank. You can take this and be like, hey, thanks for calling in on 123 Main Street with Bob, the real estate agent. What questions do you have about the current listing, and who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? And you start capturing leads off open houses, sign riders, however you want to do the actual lead generation. But this one, just general. So it doesn't matter if a customer calls in or a qualified agent calls in, it greets them, gets the information, figures out who they are, and has the right conversation with them. Now, the goals of the agent, this is the brain behind the agent. And this prompt that we've written is a general customer service prompt for the mortgage industry. So it knows compliance, it understands compliance, and stays within compliant guidelines of the conversations that it's going to have, answers basic mortgage questions, gives a good customer service experience, but always defaults to, hey, does it make sense to have a quick 15-minute call with a loan officer? Insert your name here. Would you like me to book you for an appointment? And they can either book an appointment or they can say, no, I want to speak to somebody right now. And if it's in between 9 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever you set your hours to be, it can live call transfer. So if somebody's on the phone, they've called in, they've got your AI, and they say, no, I want to speak to Greg. Okay, great. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. And there's a live call transfer that happens from the AI right to your cell phone or wherever you direct it to. So this prompt is the brain of the AI, and you can build these for each individual use case that you want. And everybody that's inside the CRM gets our prompt and can take that, modify it, hop on our customer service call, and we help you build the voice AI agents that you want or that you need. And we're actually going to be building one live today on the call that we have at noon today. And people can register for that, builditwithchris.com. And we're actually going to go through and build one of these live while everybody watches. So, Frank, how are we doing so far? Does this all make sense?
It does. I like it. Right. I'm using it.
And I'll give everybody a phone number so you can try this thing out. Know that we might break it, right? There's going to be a lot of phone calls in a very short period of time. But the phone number here is 855. So 855-604-5999. So 855-604-5999. And when you call that phone number, this is the AI agent that you're going to be talking to. So it's built as a general mortgage service bot, and you can book an appointment with it. Full disclosure, we vet all of these off of the calendar. So if you book an appointment time with it, we're going to call you and be like, did you actually want an appointment? But if you just want to check out, can this thing book an appointment on the calendar? Absolutely, it can. And feel free to test that out. So you can see here, we can do a live call transfer, or we can do appointment booking. So it says during the call, what are the actions? So you can have it do a call transfer, send a text message, book an appointment, or custom action, which is you can send it to another CRM. So if you have a borrower that calls in and you need to trigger another, like your processing software, you can actually talk to your processing software through the CRM. Like we've built this thing out specific to the mortgage industry to do what you need. Then after the call is done, receive email notification, post call completion, and it sends you an email and actually gives you the call transcript of what happened so that you get a notification of every phone call that comes in, what happened in that conversation, so that you can follow up effectively with that person. So that's the demo. Try it out. I cannot express to you enough. In 3 years, this is just going to be standard business. And being first to it and delivering this experience to your qualified agents and delivering this experience to your database and the new leads that come in is right now, it sets you so far apart from your competition in your marketplace, but you have to take advantage of the opportunity while it's still an opportunity. And learning about this stuff on Breakfast Club and Build It with Chris at noon, these are these little edges that can get you into a real estate office and make that big relationship, or win that borrower that calls in and goes, wow, that AI experience, that was amazing. Picks up the phone every time, answers all my questions, got my appointment booked. That was incredible. So Frank, I've been talking about this stuff for probably close to a year. Yep. And at first it was like, we can't talk about this publicly because voices aren't good enough. It's not fast enough yet.
Right.
Then 6 months in, it was like, okay, this is good, but we got to give people hey, you know what? This might not be 100% perfect because there's a little bit of a lag. And now it's like, okay, from this point forward to 90 to 120 days from now, this is absolutely going to just transform the industry. And I want y'all to be on the front edge of it. So that's AI voice. And if you want to see one built, you can head to builditwithchris.com, register for the call today. And anybody that registers on that link will send you out the replay. And we'll dive deeper into setting up a voice AI agent, testing it, and just going through Q&A is really what we do a lot on that call. So,
and that's open to everybody, right? Build It with Chris. Okay, yep. So open to everybody. Build It with Chris, noon. When you say 3 years, Chris, I think you're, I think it's going to be a lot faster than that, man. It's going to be like next year. Everybody's going to have this, and these AI voice agents are just going to get better and better and better and better and better. It's like they are not resting in the AI world of development. They are like just going full force on this to make it just the most amazing thing ever. So why not take advantage of it? And I totally dig the fact that we can do it through the CRM. It's just such a cool thing to be able to have all this power at our fingertips today, right now, on the front leading edge of all of this, so that we're not left behind, right? We are in front of this. So really good stuff, man. Appreciate it, brother. Hey, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube, you can catch our live shows. The live shows are really cool because there's oftentimes downloads and giveaways. It's really, really fun. To subscribe, you simply go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Subscribe and join us on our live shows. They're 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there.
Thank you very much.
And it's noon Eastern, guys. Noon Eastern. 12 noon Eastern. So adjust accordingly to your time zone. So good stuff, Chris. Thank you, man.
Awesome. It is my pleasure. I know it's overwhelming for a lot of people. Like it really is. Like AI is going to pick up my phone and have conversations on my behalf with people. But the technology is now to the point where you got to lean in on this stuff, even though it's overwhelming. It's time to start taking the first steps.
Yeah, you have to be part of it. You just literally have to be part of it. If not, your competitors will. And like you said, about 78, 79% of the people are going to do business with the first person they engage with. Right?
Yep, absolutely. So, Chad has a picture of a cigarette.
There you go. Time for the smoke. All right, Glenn, what do you got? And we'll get out of here.
Hey, just real quick, knowing that this is going to be a big part of it, it's important that we make if part of your marketing plan is to make phone calls, make them now. Because this is one more buffer or one more you'll have to get through to get to the person that currently is answering their phone themselves. So make your phone calls. Make your phone calls, and then because I'm looking to incorporate this technology also. It's awesome. I played with it and I called it. It gives you like 10 minutes to test it. So you're asking it questions, and it's amazing. Still gonna learn how to get each one of the different calls in, but yeah, just make calls.
Yep.
Awesome.
And don't worry, Glenn, we got you. Show up on that customer support call, and we are happy to help. So, and
awesome, great stuff, man. Anything else, Chris? Or
the edge of the marketing aspect of talking to broker owners. So I'm getting calls from like large organizations, large national organizations that are seeing this technology being implemented, and they want it so bad. They like a demo that works for a real estate office. Just take a popular listing, punch it into the tool inside the loan officers. Like you get a 30-day trial, right? Like you can try the CRM out, and you can try the thing out for 30 days risk-free because we got 100% money back guarantee. Come into the CRM, take a listing for one of your agents, put it into a voice AI, and call it yourself and ask it questions. And then sit on the other side of the table and be like, if I send this out to a broker owner and that's the experience that they have, am I going to get an appointment to get in there to be able to talk to all the agents to show them how to set these up on their listings? Like, this conversation on Monday is going to be fantastic. But for me, Frank, it's the idea of becoming an AI-powered loan officer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking the tool and applying it to the fundamentals of the daily success plan. Because now we have a marketing message that we can send out to everybody, make our calls, follow up about it, generate conversations, build relationships, and the tool and the technology is the reason behind it. But when people experience the thing, it's not a shiny object. It's an actual business-changing, life-changing experience that you can deliver on the back end of the relationship. And that is an AI-powered loan officer taking over a market.
Cool. Great stuff, man.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Put in the chat what you're doing this weekend, you guys. Have a great, great weekend. We'll be here Monday. We're going to crack real estate teams. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
For William. We're going to crack those teams, man. We're going to get it all figured out. Yep, it's going to be cool. It may involve, buying some guerrilla warfare apparel, something like that. I'm not sure. You never know. Might need to get a helmet, some goggles. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be great. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll be here on Monday to crack real estate teams. Adios. Later. Get on Build It with Chris. Noon Eastern. Adios.
Everybody have a great weekend.